Hi, Kathy here. I want to talk today about something that's very personal to me, and that is chronic pain. I have a lot of chronic pain in my body left over from a number of operations that I've had in recent years, and also a lot of arthritic pain. And it's very hard to, in this world, somehow in this modern day and age, to live a spiritual life and admit to people that you come across that you're in pain. So on one hand, I'm out there trying to portray myself as someone that has knowledge and experience to share with other people that will benefit them. And on the other hand, I myself am experiencing pain in my body. So it seems to be like a bit of a dilemma for people. So I have sat with this, I have examined it, I've listened to talks by different people, Eckhart Tolle, Bruce Lipton, all these people, Louise Hay. Some of the things that I listened to weren't very comfortable. It left me feeling like pain was my responsibility. I've got over that now, and I want to share with you a wee bit of what I've learned about pain. So maybe first of all, I will read you something that I wrote about the pain that I'm experiencing at the minute. So if you just sit back and listen, I'd be very grateful. Creeping, splitting, stabbing, seeping, nagging, burning intensity. It seeps your energy and steals your life. It taints your rose-coloured glasses, first into grey, then into blackness, making every effort a burden. It kills joy. Misunderstood mumblings turn into moaning to listening ears. Groans turn into depressing thoughts. There's a long forgotten why, where did it all begin? Birthing and anxiety. Isolating ailments leave no room for another. You become a shadow to it. It becomes a companion to you. You're attached to each other like some desperate twins. Only slow, determined movements remain, like pushing through fog, exhausted living. Slowly, insidious, creeping, emptying, aching, heaviness, invisible, continuous, chronic pain. It's a bit grim, isn't it? And that's the reality of living with chronic pain. There's that side to it. There's a real, you can go into it. You know, pain is a very valuable signal that our body has. Can you imagine if we didn't have the ability to feel pain, what we would be doing to ourselves? Like, there would be no way for us to stop getting parts of our body cut off. There would be no signal to stop whenever we damage any part of our body. If we're running too much or exercising, be jumping out in front of cars and everything, you know, people would be making these videos. You could just imagine what it would be like. So pain is a very valuable thing. I think what happens when you have a lot of trauma with your body holds on and remembers the pain, and it takes a bit of something to let it go. I have one more operation to have, and it's a really silly one. I have like a benign tumour on this finger, and it's sitting on a nerve, so anytime I knock it, you know, the pain shoots right through my body, up my arm. It's like excruciating pain. And I find that whenever that happens, all the other pain seems to go away, and I focus on this pain. Well, that taught me a lot. That taught me that I can distract myself from the pain. I must say I do use medication, and the medication, especially for the arthritis type symptoms, it helps me mobilize and get out and about a bit more than I would be doing. Some of the yoga postures don't even attempt anymore. That was a thing to let go of. But there are other things I can do. I can paint. I can go out and about. I have a car I'm very grateful for. I found too that if I find too that if I choose to go for a walk in nature, in a grassy area, in a woodland, you know, some beautiful seaside, some beautiful part of the world, it's I have more tolerance. I have more ability to move around. If I go to a shopping centre, a crowded place in the shops, with like concrete pavement in the city, I just can't do it. I know it's not very long before I'm exhausted with the pain and I have to rest. I have to just get out of there. So I have noticed where I am best suited. These are things I would advise you to do. I would advise you to, if you're living with chronic pain, just find out what you can do and let what you can't do, leave it behind. Show yourself some compassion. I did read Louise Hay's stuff. I really appreciate it, and I know it has its place, a very valuable place. And a lot of her principles I have looked at in regard to my own stuff. And I can see how there is a pattern there. However, in perspective, some of the karma that we are burning may not even be ours. It may be generational. It may be something our ancestors we're carrying forward for them to work through for them, hopefully in this lifetime. It can be something that we have agreed to, with our higher self before we were even born into this planet, that we would go through. I have found, speaking for myself, that anything that I have been through with my body regarding pain, operation, illness, sickness, there has always been a lesson for me, and I have grown from that. Tried to say that big word, I couldn't say it. So there's a lot of growth if you choose to take that path. I love what the Buddhists say, and it is suffering is a choice. So I think life will keep happening, things will keep happening, illnesses will come and go. It's how you get through them, And a lot of the path we have in the spiritual life is about accepting the unknown. Sometimes there isn't a reason why things happen, and a good way to face a day that I have found is if I offer my day up to my guides, my ancestors, my angels, and I give them permission to help me in my day for the highest good of all beings, for the good of all others, in the most perfect way. So anything that happens to me each day, all through my life, I know it's for the greatest good. I give it over. And so far that has worked really well for me. So I think what I'm trying to say is, I did have a lot of guilt about being on the spiritual path and still having a lot of pain in my body, some restrictions in what I'm able to do. And meeting these shiny white people in robes and gowns that can dance all day and run up mountains and swim in wild waters, whereas I sit on the bank and enjoy the sun and the wind and look at the trees and the grass, and actually I have a pretty good life. And that's the thing, keep it in perspective. Don't focus on the pain. Pain is just a signal. It's if only we could cut out all that ego and the pain body, but it's there for us to grow, for us to progress through this life. So I'm grateful for everything that's happened to me. I like the person I am, and I wish that for you too. So I hope you've got something from this and it hasn't been too confusing, and I look forward to talking to you again. So please subscribe to my channel. It's early days for me. I am learning how to do this. I've accepted the challenge to make these videos without fear of being seen and heard. And yeah, thank you for looking, and please like and share. Thank you. Bye.